trades happened yesterday. Finally, Zach Levine got traded, so that opened things up for I think Lonzo Ball in Chicago. If he's on the waiver wire, we gotta pick him up. Maybe he doesn't get crazy minutes because he's still on the minute restriction and he's gonna miss a bunch of back to backs. But I think he provide good enough counting numbers and defensive stats. So, but for the Spurs, I think the CP3 probably gonna lose a little bit. Same thing with Stephon Castle, who is not great anyway. And the Kings, they got Zach Levine. That's interesting. So they traded their point guard. They already have DeMar DeRozan. I guess DeRozan and Zach Levine, they play together. So I think maybe Zach Levine will fit in and Malik Monk play more of a point guard role. We'll see what happens. But I think some of the Chicago players, they're going to get more minutes and more usage. Right? AU Downsamu, same thing. I mean, Lonzo Ball for sure have higher upside, but he could be coming in playing 30 plus minutes every night for AU. Kobe White, same thing, a little bit more usage. And this game here had 22 points, 3-3, that's fine. And Josh Giddey, I think, also help his value. He played 35 minutes here, 20 points, 10 rebounds, 3 steals, and 4 assists, pretty good. So Zach Levine gone, all the Chicago guys get a little bit boost as we've seen here. Matas, this guy, and Patrick Williams, they're coming off the bench at the moment. Yeah, I think everybody played, right? Right. Well, the problem is Chicago got a few guys back, but I don't think they're important. Zach Collins, I don't think he's that important unless Vucevic is out. Trey Jones, they're just gonna play some 10, 15 minutes tonight. Kevin Huerter, who knows? There might be another trade. I don't know what the trade deadline is, but a lot of things could change for some of these teams. For Detroit, Kate Cunningham, this game played very, very well. Again, 15 assists, 22 points, is still on the block. I don't think anybody on Detroit, they're trying to make a big trade or anything like that. Malik Beasley continues to just pop off. 19 points, 5 threes in 28 minutes with 5 assists. That's very, very good. Also 3 steals. He's been amazing lately. Tim Hardaway Jr., you could always stream him for threes. Added a steal on the block. Jalen Duren also been playing, because Detroit as a team, they're winning games. So, these guys are getting, these guys are putting somewhat good numbers across the board. Detroit, after this win, the seventh seed. Tobias Harris played also very well, 3 steals and 2 blocks, and Ausar Thompson. Yeah, he's just not, unlike his brother, he's not getting enough minutes. If he is, he's also a must roster for sure. Moving on to the next one, the Dallas Mavericks. Yep. A lot of people think Dallas in the short term got better. We'll see about that. Getting better means we need the NBA championship if we have to compare them to to last year. And I think also I saw some report that Kyrie Irving wanted out, so they're not getting better. And also the team morale, right? Think about team morale. And Jason Kidd it could just be me, he looks a little bit defeated as well. You just lost Luka. We know for sure Luka have way can help the team bring up the team to a way higher ceiling than AD. AD just plays defense, which is very important, obviously. So it could be a mess, and they lost by 43 points, and you can see it. Okay, a lot of guys didn't play. Everybody was out, so they basically just punted this game away. And to be honest, the West, you can't really just throw games away like that, because right now they're only 1 game ahead of the Warriors. Only 1 game. Before you know it, they're gonna miss the planes. What are we talking about here? Clay, they actually play Clay, so there could be more trade happening. If Kyrie is gone, they blow up the whole team. So in the short term, you want to look at some of the Maverick guys: Quentin Grimes, Spencer Dinwiddie, right? Kelly, this guy. Yeah, basically pick up all these guys who started next game. I would check the starting lineup, and if you're trying to stream some of these players, you could, because they have to play someone. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, Darius Garland, 17 points, 10 assists. Yep, in 23 minutes. Not much to talk about. They just dominated them. Imam Mobley with 4 blocks. Moving on to the next one, the LA Clippers lost to the Toronto Raptors. Kawhi returning to, Toronto. Kawhi did not have the best game. He's been playing a lot better as of late, and his minutes is very encouraging. He played 27 minutes here. He's trending toward the right direction. Eventually, maybe 28, 29, 30. He's going to miss back-to-backs. But if you have Kawhi for 28 minutes, I think he's a top 50 player for sure. So, congrats if you held him all this time. But somehow he went 1 for 4 from the free throw line. I'm not too worried about that. He'll bounce back. Derrick Jones Jr. had 1 steal and 2 blocks. He's continues to be a good 3-point defensive stat streamer. Zubac played 40 minutes with Norman Powell out. So Norman Powell is a key piece for this team. All of a sudden you lose a guy that scores 25 points, right? Amir Coffey is, obviously can't replace him. So let's see if Norman Powell, how much time he misses. He's, kind of the third option on this team. I'm surprised Zubac only got 11 shots. Maybe they should have feeded him the ball a little bit more. James Harden went 9 for 9 from the free throw line, 25 points. Harden had a great game. And one thing to call out for Harden is he barely missed any games this year. And he plays huge minutes for them. So that's good. For Toronto Raptors, RJ, his usage is finally back. He finally had a decent game with 20 points. But it's just 20 points. I think the days where he scored 30 might be gone if, you have Emmanuel Quickley, Scotty Barnes. They're really going to spread the ball around. Hopefully the assists can stay. He has 7 assists. That's great. Otherwise, there's really no reason to roster him, right? Because how bad he is from the free throw line. Scotty had 15 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists in a block. A mediocre game with in the Wayne. Jacob Pertl did his thing. Double. And they are just slowly bringing back Emmanuel Quickley. Emmanuel Quickley's got to be one of the worst picks this year. It's just even when he plays, you'd rather him not even play. When he plays, he gets 17 minutes. We don't know how long this is gonna last. They gotta figure out a way to, or just not play him. Why play? Okay, maybe they're slowly ramping up. So if you could use this as a buy low opportunity. Who knows? Maybe later this week he's gonna start playing 25 to 30 minutes. It's just the first game back or second game. Grady Dick had 18 points and 2 threes. In my opinion, he's just a streamer. Doesn't really offer a lot else. But the minutes is great and the efficiency is good. The next game, the Celtics had a big comeback. I think they were down 17 points at the half. Jayson Tatum finally woke up in the second half, scored 35 points and 11 assists. So the usage is pretty crazy here with 5 threes. Finally had a good game, and he played 44 minutes. Celtics been struggling a lot. And that's good. You wanted some struggles, figure out how to win games when you're behind, because in the playoffs you're not gonna be ahead every game. And obviously with Luka trade, nobody's really talking about Celtics out that much. Maybe until the playoffs when, I think the NBA just got a lot more interesting, to be honest with you. Now that the Lakers. There are a lot of people watch Laker games anyway, but now that Luka is there, that people want to tune in and see how he plays with LeBron. Kristaps Porzingis had 5 blocks. That's huge. Derek White had 9 assists, 17 points in a block, and 5 threes. Derek White is just so good. I would argue Derek White is very, very important for this team. Very, very important. Jaylen Brown had 21 points, 6 assists. Everybody just Peyton Pritchard is not with the team. I don't know what's going on. But with everybody playing this huge minutes, Peyton Pritchard, even he plays, he's just not going to get a lot of minutes. Maybe Tatum only played 37, right? But in my opinion, he's definitely droppable. For the Sixers, Embiid, as long as Embiid is out, Yabusele is a great stream. And Justin Edwards, Kelly Oubre Jr., these guys are getting huge minutes. Of course, we don't know when Paul George is going to be back. Hopefully this week. Same thing with Embiid. But in the meantime, actually, this Sixers team playing very, very well without Paul George and Embiid. Especially Tyrese Maxey, another great game with 34 points, 11 for 11 from the free throw line, right? 6 assists, amazing. Probably a sell high, but if he can get back, like I wouldn't trade him for Steph Curry, even with all the guys back. I might be wrong. A month when Draymond comes back, maybe Steph Curry would start popping off. But yeah, realistically, that could be a trade. Tyrese Maxey is gonna give you more counting numbers, but Steph Curry just way more efficient. Although that hasn't been the case without Draymond Green. The next game is the Grizzlies beat the Bucks. The Grizzlies team, they're playing without Ja Morant and no problem. And then if you look at the minute distribution, it is very fascinating. Supposedly their second best or third best player, Desmond Bain, only gets 20 minutes with no Ja Morant. If it's the Celtics, right, they probably play Jaylen Brown 44 minutes if it's a close game. Give Desmond Bain just 29 minutes. He had a decent game with 22 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 threes. Santi Aldama came off the bench, just let things fly. He took 9 threes. Jaren Jackson Jr. took 13 threes. Jaren Jackson Jr. this year, well, he went 6 for 10 here. Offensively, he's been so good this year. 37 points here. If he can just block more shots. But, when you put that much effort in on offense, defensively, right, you don't want to be as aggressive because you're so important for your team offensively. So you're not going to be that aggressive going for those blocks, right? You want to be safer. So that's kind of the trade-off, but he's been so good this year. Jalen Wells could be a streamer. Zach Edey, in 18 minutes, grabbed 11 rebounds. Just a streamer at best, in my opinion. He just doesn't get any minutes. If he gets 30, but that's not how Grizzlies play, right? They're giving everybody 25 minutes, and whenever they play, they want them to play hard. Luke Kennard for sure could be a great streamer with Ja out. This Grizzly team in the playoffs, they run a lot, so which is not in the playoffs, the opposing team for sure. Most of the time, teams want to slow down the game a little bit. For what reason, I'm not sure. Usually, I feel like if you're the better team, you definitely want to slow down the pace. Because if you pick up the pace, a lot of times it's, both teams supposedly get higher quality shots, layups and threes. Actually, I don't know. Depending on what my personnel is. Usually if you have better, the superstar players, they're way better at half court offense than some athletic guys that can really run the floor, right? If your team's got a couple of superstar players, because no matter the situation, you're gonna get a great shot. Versus some other teams, you got some super athletic guys, like the Grizzlies. If you have them playing half court offense, right? If you don't constantly push the ball, the shot quality that they generate may not be as good. I don't know. They do play very interesting basketball. A lot of driving and kicking. For the Bucks, Giannis had 30 points, 11 rebounds, 2-7 block. Yeah, he went 0 for 6 from the line. Not the best game from Giannis. And Damian Lillard, he has been quiet. Also minus 14. But nobody's really talking about the Bucks with all the things going on. So it's kind of good for them. No pressure. They lost 3 straight. It might be hard for them to catch the Knicks. They're 5 games behind, but who knows? So it looks like they're going to be the 4th and 5th seed, which is not bad, to be honest with you, because they play the 5th seed, who is not going to be a great team for the most part, and then they get to play the Cavs. So not bad. You either play the Celtics, you play the Cavs in the second round. Chris Middleton, he's been playing a lot better lately as well. 20 points for 3 here. That's it, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.